Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Today we are playing with the BetterPress of the Month Club from Spellbinders for February 2024. This is the gorgeous BetterPress. It has this hummingbird, this beautiful flower, and then two sentiments, sending you a fluttering hello and wishing you a lovely day. The title is Fluttering into Spring, and if you are a member of the Deluxe Caboodle Club, it is when you get the entire collection of clubs during the month, you will get a free coordinating BetterPress plate this month. It is the opposite bird shaped the other direction, and then you get an extra Hello Spring plate as well. These coordinate perfectly and are gorgeous together. So we are going to play with these together today. So I will have all those details down below in the description if you're interested in checking out how that works. But I want to jump in because we're going to do a fun little technique today, and I don't want you to miss out. So I do have 3 extra bonus cards in the end of the video. It will show a sample of both this press plate being used by itself as well as these 2 sets being used together, and then even an extra one foiled. So I hope you will stick around to the end so you do not miss those bonus cards. So let's just jump in because we're going to, like I said, we're going to do an inky technique, which I think you guys will really like. And then we'll get to the bonus cards. So I just wanted to show you this quickly. This is just plain BetterPressed on regular cotton panel and in regular BetterPress black ink. And it is just gorgeous. But this is the technique we are going to do today. Quite different. Look at the detail of the letterpress that we're going to do there. Isn't it gorgeous? So let me share with you how we're going to get that look. So the first thing we're going to do is bring our BetterPress over here. Now, there's a little trick to this. To get a little bit deeper impression on your paper, we're going to use this little sticky mat. Now, this sticky mat is a piece of a sticky grip mat that comes from Crafter's Companion. A girlfriend of mine, one of my best friends, gave this to me, and it comes in a larger sheet which I trimmed down just to experiment a little bit. Now, this doesn't work for all of your pressing because sometimes it transfers the ink from your plate to your background. So like when you're inking your plates, you tend to get ink on your background. And if your sandwich is too thick, you will get the ink here and transfers to your paper. So you can use this for a deeper impression if you want to, but you have to make sure you get all of that ink off of your chase. So let's just see how we're going to do this here. Maybe if we'll do it similar to what we did before, or we could change it a little bit if we want to. Let's see, we could change, let's see, why don't we have the bird coming down this time? And maybe we'll move the flower more like this. Maybe we'll have him coming in like so, just so he's a little different. And maybe we'll even change the colors. We could do that too. Okay, make sure it's straight, like so. Love the grid lines. And these are the 2 colors I used previously. Something Borrowed and Lime Ricky from Catherine Pooler. And I think that will look okay, look nice and balanced. So then because we're doing a white here, we are using no ink. So this is going to be what I call a dry press. So we're going to set that right there. Then we're going to bring out our Platinum 6. Open her up. And run her through. Easy peasy. Now, like I said, this sticky mat is holding our paper in place, but it's also making, as you can hear, our sandwich a little bit thicker. So, use it your own matter of fact, it might be too thick. And let me show you why. I did, and this is probably, let me show you. I'm going to use this as a learning experience. This has given me a little crack. Let's see if I can show it to you. A little crack in my plate. Do you see that? Just now, on video, it has given me a little tiny crack there on my plate, right where the magnets would be. It did it here too. So this is a great experiment for all of you to see. And this is what can happen when you use glimmer plates inside your BetterPress. Okay? So, this is why it says not to use glimmer. But, so, I will in the future not use this because that just happened to me. That is the first time I've ever seen it happen. I did not know it was going to happen, but this is a very good learning experience for all of us. So I'm going to leave this in because I just learned that from all of us. Now, these are replaceable. I can buy a new one. It's probably still going to work for me for quite a while, but I don't want you guys to damage your BetterPress. So, and I have, let me see, do I have cracks on all four sides? 1, 2. It looks like I do. I have a crack on all four sides of the platen. So that is exactly what not to do with your BetterPress. So I'm going to keep it in so you guys can learn from my mistake. I did not realize that was going to happen. I didn't see it happen on the first try. This is the result though. And you can do this technique without using that. So let me grab another piece and let's do the technique without that sticky mat. So we can see the difference. Because it's not worth it to damage your plate. See how much easier that is to go through? Okay, it's not worth it to damage your plate to get a good result. And that is exactly the reason you should not use your glimmer plates inside your BetterPress. So let's see how this turned out. Okay, so let me show you the difference. See that? The difference? Okay, so if you're wanting this look, it would be better to use the double weight BetterPress paper because you will get this exact look with the double weight BetterPress paper. I thought I was going to be able to show you how to not buy the BetterPress paper, but I do not recommend this technique. Now that I tried this today and see what happened to my platen. So let's do this technique with this piece and see how it turns out. I'm glad I did this on camera so that you can learn from me and not do this to your plate. So now I will actually probably purchase a new one of these so that I do not do any extra damage to my BetterPress. Okay, so we are going to take this Lime Ricky and we're going to pull this out and we're going to use our Speedball brayer. And we're going to ink this up really well. I need one of my Simon Says little holders here. Of course, I don't want to have one handy, but that's what I need here to help. Okay, then we're going to turn this and we're going to ink this from the top. It's doing the same exact thing. That's good to know. So I'm going to get the same look. That's good. I like that. Just going to even it out a little bit. Love this. Okay. So now I'm going to take the Something Borrowed. I'm going to wash off my brayer here just a little bit so I don't transfer too much of that ink to the turquoise. It's not have to be perfect, but okay. Just using a baby wipe, and I'm going to pick up some of this turquoise. And then I'm going to go on this side. And I'm going to come up in the middle so they blend. I do have some transference of that green because of this right here that I did not clean up. But that's okay. I should have cleaned that up and I wasn't thinking about it. That's okay. We'll just go darker down here at the bottom. But you guys will get the idea. And you can see the comparison. I'm going to get some more dark down here. We'll pull it over here. And I'm going to go over that so it's darker at the bottom. Perfect. Just rolling right there in the middle a little bit. Okay. Got a mess there on my table, but that's okay. When it dries, when these dye inks dry down, they lighten and they blend a little easier as they dry back. So let's let that sit there for a few minutes. And let me clean this up a little bit, and that will dry back some, and you'll see it, it'll blend out a little bit. The beauty of having a glass mat is being able to clean up so easily. And anything that's stubborn on your glass mat, all you have to do is use a little spray alcohol and off it comes. It is just the easiest thing to clean up after. So I'm just going to move these out of the way. But any kind of adhesive, any kind of paint, any kind of, even alcohol markers. The other day I was using alcohol markers and I was just inking right off the die cuts, right onto the glass mat. And you know, alcohol markers are permanent, but not to a glass mat, they're not. So it is just perfect to have that kind of work surface underneath you. And when you have a white one, it is even better because you can see all that color. Okay. I'm going to put this on this card base so that I can finish this one. I am so glad that mistake happened on camera. Of course, I'm not glad that it broke my platen, but, you know, I've heard that using, of course, the glimmer plates is too thick of a sandwich to that it can cause cracks of the platen. But you know, I've never tried it, so you know, I didn't know exactly what it meant. I just knew that it could cause that, and I didn't realize that just that sticky mat would cause the same type of thing. Now, I guess if it was metal in there, it would probably cause even a bigger crack. So I'm glad I wasn't using metal. I'm glad I was using a squishy surface that had some give in it, or that probably would have been a big crack across the surface. At least I can still use the platform while I order another one. But definitely a live and learn situation. And it's definitely something that can teach you guys. And it will be definitely not something I will be linking down in the description below for you guys to run out and get, because it's not something I'm recommending now that I know what happens. So let's see. I'm going to use some rhinestones here from Cat Scrappiness. I thought these were perfect matches. So I'm going to put a couple of these on here. Let me go ahead and just place some of these and see where I might like them. I think I'll use multiple color or multiple sizes and just kind of scatter them amongst the flowers. That's what I'm thinking. I think I want the teals down where the teal is and the greens up where the green is to keep the ombre going. So then we will just add this glue. One. Two. That's got too much glue. Three. Whoops. It's got too much glue there. 4. 5. 6. And 7. Ta-da! Keep it odd, peeps. Keep it odd. If you know, you know. As Justine, my friend, would say, if you know, you know. Okay. I think that's pretty. So there is our first little card. And now let's pull this one back up here and see. Look at that. Okay, so you see, you don't need to have the wide, big impression like I got with this one to have a pretty ombre brayered background. They're both gorgeous, and actually, I think I like this one better. What do y'all think? I think I do. I think I like this one better. I got a deeper blend. I think I went over this one more, and I got more of the cardstock inked. And I think that's why I like this one better. But we learned something, didn't we? We did. Okay, let me show you my bonus cards. Okay, here is the glimmer. In this one, when I was done with the 2 ink colors here, these 2 Catherine Pooler ink colors, you saw that big mess right here? Well, I sprayed it down with my Mighty Mister, and I took a piece of watercolor card and I went squish like this and just kept doing this with these 2 colors. And I got more of this color in the middle. Right here, guys. That's where all the extra ink went. Right there. So I used all that excess ink. I brought in green foil. And then I used this month's wax seal. Is that not pretty? These little tulip flowers, which are brought in right here. Also, kind of similar. So I did that also in this month's fern color. This is the wax seal color you're going to get, or at least it's the one I got in my kit. So this is the wax seal of the month, and this is the fern wax bead that I received in my kit. So this is my bonus card 1. Then this is one of the stencils of the month that I did ombre and purples. Then I BetterPress this in green with the BetterPress ink. And I have used the BetterPress of the month that comes free in the Caboodle Deluxe Kit. That's called Fluttering Hummingbird. And I did that right there on BetterPress, 100% card. Isn't that pretty? So I've got that as my second bonus card. And then using both BetterPress sets together, I have done this one. And this one is colored using polychromo pencils. This is on this is actually on BetterPress card. And I have colored them with the polychromos in a bunch of different colors. So I've really liked the two together. I think it turned out really good. So I hope you like all of these different ideas using your BetterPress. And I'd love to hear which one is your favorite down in the comments. Leave me a message, and if you've enjoyed the content and the oopsie surprise, I hope you've learned from that. I would love you to hit subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next video. I have these club videos all week, and I hope you come back to see more. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye-bye, my friends.